Israel outraged after Hamas handed over an anonymous, unidentified body instead of the remains of Shiri Bibas during the transfer of murdered hostages the other day. American and Israeli officials are calling this a violation of the ceasefire agreement. Let's bring in Adam Boehler, President Trump's special envoy for Hostage Affairs. Adam, you're warning Hamas to release all the hostages and do it now. You said last night, quote, "If I were Hamas, I would release everybody or they are going to face total annihilation right now." Unpack that for us in terms of annihilation. Would that be at the hands of Israel, or would the U.S. get involved?
Well, I think you heard President Trump when you played the clip before, and what he's been very specific about is that there will be major consequences. And the big difference in this administration is the prior administration restrained Israel. They were always saying what they shouldn't do. Here we're saying, listen, you need to take your security into account and you need to respond, and we're supporting them full force. So it's a big difference between President Biden and President Trump here.
But there is ambiguity in what the president has said about all hell will be unleashed or they'll have hell to pay. And we're just trying to get an idea of who would unleash the hell.
Well, there's many people that can unleash hell, and the president has many options there in how he does it and when he does it. And so I think for that, the president at his time of his choosing can make sure certain things happen across the world. And so he maintains massive optionality on when and what and where. And I think there's enough here where the president, we killed the #2 guy in Iran when other people were afraid to do it. I don't think people doubt that he will act if he says he will act.
He shouldn't. He sure hasn't shied away from confrontation when he believes it's necessary. Here's what the president had to say about the Bibas situation with Brian Kilmeade on the radio this morning. Listen here.
It looked like they were celebrating as they were bringing the bodies back. And, you know, it's the scene is not even believable, Brian. When you see what's happening, it's sort of not even believable. It's so barbaric. You wouldn't think that could happen in a modern age.
There seemed to be a parade that Hamas was carrying out when they were bringing the coffins to transfer them to the Red Cross. And then Hamas claimed a long time ago that Ariel and Kfir and Shiri Bibas were all killed in an Israeli airstrike. But listen to what Daniel Hagari had to say about the cause of death, at least to the children. Listen here.
Ariel and Kfir Bibas were murdered by terrorists in cold blood. The terrorists did not shoot the 2 young boys. They killed them with their bare hands. Afterwards, they committed horrific acts to cover up these atrocities.
He made those statements after an autopsy was performed on the 2 boys. But the fact that Israel says that they were killed by Hamas with bare hands, you would expect that would probably be strangulation, or maybe they were hit with a blunt object. And the fact that they did not bring back Shiri Bibas' remains, it's the remains of some unidentified Palestinian woman. I mean, this has got to be causing outrage in Israel.
I've read reports and on Twitter of people calling the people that did this animals, and I'll tell you that's a huge insult to animals. And so at the end of the day, I guarantee you that Israel will get the people that did this. They will not forget. And if I'm Hamas, like I said last night, and they don't want to face annihilation, the biggest thing they could do now, first of all, is get Shiri's bodies over to the Israelis. And the final thing for us, and we've been very clear about this, and they can keep testing the president's patience, I wouldn't do that, is release all Americans. I've got 4 bodies of Americans that are still there, and I've got Edan Alexander that is alive now in a Hamas tunnel somewhere. And I'll tell you, I don't sleep at night until they're home. And so if I don't sleep at night until they're home, there will be consequences. I get angry when I'm tired.
I know that Netanyahu's very upset about this as well. The president of Israel is too, and we don't know which way this is going to go, if this means that the ceasefire is off. But Ofri Bibas, who is Shari's sister, just wants calm, and she wants her sister's body back. This is what she said. She said, "For Ariel and Kfir's sake and for Yarden's sake, we are not seeking revenge right now. We are asking for Shiri. Save the lives of the living hostages and return all of the fallen for burial." What do you say about that?
I agree with it. I really think the #1 priority, as Yarden said, is to release all hostages and get them home. It's the #1 priority. And so if that means that Bibi has to step up and strengthen things, if that means however they have to do that, but this is what we need to do. We need everybody home. And then we can deal with other things.
Well, we know that you are making it your mission to bring so many Americans and others home, and we wish you luck in that endeavor. Adam, always great to see you. Thank you.